Congratulations, Jesper. You're back at the BetVictor Weber Cup. How does that feel?
It's an amazing feeling to be able to represent Team Europe again. And we're coming off a couple of hard losses here the past couple of years. So, to be able to make the team again and try to get the another rematch and try to get it done this time, it's a true honor to represent Europe for sure.
It's been a bit of a weird time recently with the pandemic going on. How's lockdown been treating you?
I've been trying to still bowl a couple times a week just to kind of stay in it a little bit and don't really forget all about it. So still trying to keep up with bowling a little bit, even though to start off with, it was good to have like a little bit of time off as we had a pretty busy schedule right before this virus started. But now it's kind of itching to go back to competing, and really miss competitive bowling. But at the other hand, it's been pretty good to be home and see family and friends and all that. But like I said, I'm ready to go back to competitive bowling again.
It must be the longest time you've had at home with friends and family in Sweden.
Yeah, I mean, at least since I turned pro like 6 or 7 years ago. Feels like I've been home forever and not really had anything to do more than try to be there for my girlfriend now, as she's been working from home too now for the past months. So we're still together, so I guess we're kind of still not being upset about being together all the time, like 24 hours a day. But it is what it is. You gotta be respectful to the situation and try to do your best to stay safe and everybody around you as well.
Yeah, you're right. It is very weird times we're in at the moment. Looking ahead to October, it's going to be your 5th consecutive BetVictor Weber Cup appearance for Team Europe. How does it feel to reach such a milestone?
Like I said earlier, it's always a true honor. And, the first year I was on the team, I didn't really know what to expect. And turned out to be one of the best experiences I've ever had in my bowling career. So to be able to do that for a few years in a row now, it's truly something special. And it's the Weber Cup is definitely one of the events we're looking forward to every year. And we're really working hard to be able to make the team over and over again to be able to compete in that environment. It's always amazing to have to come to England, especially to interact with everybody there. And I truly hope that we're going to be able to have the fan base there this year as well. I don't really know what's going on with that, but to be able to interact with everybody and because it always feels like they're very close to us bowlers and all that. So it's a great time, I really hope that they can be there and attend to the event so we can interact with everybody and take pictures and all that, and also have that 6 players up our sleeve to be able to kind of ride the wave with the fans and all that. It's definitely a big advantage for the home team, like the USA team had last year.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Looking back in time before the pandemic hit, you won your 10th PBA Tour title in Indianapolis with Kyle Troop back in March. You mentioned on Instagram that it now entitles you to a Hall of Fame career. How do you feel that where your game was at? Was it in a good place before the pandemic hit?
My game was probably best it have ever been. Like, I felt absolutely great in those last couple of events before the pandemic. So we had to postpone the World Series like halfway through it, and I made all the cuts there and also made match play at the World Championship. So I had a great few events before the pandemic. So great memories, and just hope I can continue to do that whenever we start back up again.
Yeah, you won that title alongside Kyle Troop, as you mentioned. He's one of your closest friends, as we know. Is it difficult putting that friendship to one side when you don the blue and yellow of Europe and he obviously wears the USA flag?
I mean, definitely not. I mean, I know that I have a an advantage on him because I mean, half of his PBA titles is because of me. So I know that I have an advantage when we go head to head. So I'm not really scared of bowling against him. I mean, I'm pretty sure he knows that too. So it's all good.
We love the fighting talk that you guys have on the lane. We remember a couple of years ago when you had a few words were exchanged on the lane after a match. Do you think there's going to be a bit more fighting talk again when October rolls around?
I mean, probably, but you know, at the end of the day, he can talk as much as he wants, but you know, I'm just gonna let the bowling ball do most of the talking. And like I said previously, that he knows that he's probably have a pretty bad record against me head to head. So I mean, I just hope we haven't really bowled against each other all that much in the Weber Cup history. So I mean, for me, it's almost like a 3 point. So I hope that that's going to happen in October.
Love the fighting talk, yes, I love it. 2020, it's a special year for the Weber Cup, the BetVictor Weber Cup. We're going back to 5-man teams. What do you think that additional spot brings to the event, and do you think that benefits Europe or USA, or is it a level playing field?
I mean, I'm kind of happy with how our team turned out, and obviously USA are going to have 5 great players. Even if the teams would have been up to 20 people apiece, USA still would have had a great team because there's so many very good bowlers, and it's going to be hard task for Chris Barnes to pick those last few spots. But 5-man team, I guess it's an advantage for at least the Baker game where it's kind of adding up to be 2 frames apiece. But in the big picture, I'm still very confident in our team and how we get along together and how we going to use that team chemistry that we always talk about. And like I also mentioned previously, that with the fans that we know that we're going to have like cheering for us and all that. So it's a great addition to give at least 2 more bowlers the opportunity to bowl this event every year. And I mean, I hope the event just keeps growing like it has been in the last couple of years.
Talking about your teammates, 3 of them are absolute European stalwarts in Oscar Palermo, Stu Williams and Don Barrett. The big news is obviously the debutant Thomas Larsson, Danish bowler, getting the call up this year. What do you know about him and what can you tell us about him?
I've seen Thomas bowl for a long time, and he's truly a great bowler, very, very solid player, and he's really earned his way to this opportunity. Been doing great for many years, and he's got a couple of PBA titles as well. So I mean, he's got that mentality of winning. You know how it is to be on the big stage as well, and I mean, he's been very successful for Team Denmark as well. So I believe that he's a great addition to the team, and he's a little bit more towards the quieter side of the, like a little bit like me, but in the Weber Cup environment, I kind of turn into a different person, and I hope we can see some emotions coming out of Thomas as well. And maybe we need to help him get fired up a little bit, but I know that he's got a very solid game, and I'm sure that he would do great for us, and really looking forward to bowl together with him.
Yeah, definitely. Europe haven't won the BetVictor Weber Cup since 2017. Do you think it's been a case of USA have stepped up their game in those years, or do you think when it's rolled around to Weber Cup week, you guys have been a little bit off the pace?
I think we as a team haven't really been doing good enough to start off the event. Kind of been down in the first session or the first 2 sessions by quite a bit, and it's kind of hard to try to fight back and get back into the event because it feels like when you're down, the games just kind of flies by, and you don't really. It's a hard time to kind of get back into it if you lose it somewhere down the stretch, and I guess we just need to perform a little bit better because we've been a little bit off pace to start with, and if we can get off to a better start, I definitely think we're going to have a good chance to win.
The teams have been confirmed for around about a week now. Will you keep in touch with your teammates between now and October? And can you give us an insight into how Don Barrett, as a captain, runs Team Europe?
I mean, he just kind of makes sure that everybody, get together sometimes and, send us text or give us a call or something like that, just to kind of check on us and how we're doing, and if we're bowling, how bowling is doing, and all that. So, he's just try to keep everybody together. And right now it's hard to tell how much everybody can practice if the bowling centers are open and all that. But so maybe at the moment it's not that much, but I'm sure as we get closer to the event, he's gonna make sure that everybody is prepared, and that we're very strong as a group and a team.
Since you made your BetVictor Weber Cup debut in 2016, you've been one of the strongest players, not just for Europe, but within the competition, I think it's fair to say. Do you have your eyes on that new MVP prize, which has been in place for the last couple of years? Obviously, Kyle Troop and Anthony Simonson have won it the last 2 years. Is that something that you're gunning for, or are you just focusing on a Team Europe win?
I'm focusing on that we're going to do good as a team together, and if I can have a good event and win many points to the team, it's just a big win for Europe. And it's obviously a big win for me whenever I help the team the most. And obviously it would be a great honor to win the MVP award, but it's not really something that I'm kind of set as a goal going into the event. I'm just going to try to win every match and strike every ball I throw. That's the goal.
And finally, have you got any words for the fans, what they can expect from you in Team Europe this October?
I mean, we're ready to bring that cup back and celebrate with everybody when we win back in England. And like I said before, I hope they can be there and attend to the event so we can interact with everybody and take pictures or sign autographs or whatever it may be. Just hang out and chat for a minute, because the fans are what makes the sport so great. And they can really believe that we're going to have the spirit of bringing that cup back. That's for sure.
Perfect. Thanks, Jesper. Well, we'll see you in October for the BetVictor Weber Cup.
Thanks.